Hello and welcome to Dimsy's Domain. I just watched alongside
Shady of Lightning.
who finally got his introduction in Digimon Adventure Tried the final movie, Chapter 6, Our Future, Episode 1. Now, disclaimer for all you guys, we're going to be watching each episode, then review. So each episode is going to be enclosed to that specific episode. So please keep the comments
Spoiler free, please.
spoiler free for at least the first few hours or the first day or so, because it will be a bit difficult posting all these videos all at once, but do expect that by the end. So make sure you comment down below your thoughts, your feelings, before, after, during, whenever, each episode. So
Yeah,
let's
but keep your thoughts only on that specific episode.
So mate, what actually happened in the episode, if you were to quickly break it down in terms of bullet points and just a quick breakthrough go round, or what happened?
Well, first of all, Ordinamon causes chaos with that, that amazing score.
Is it amazing?
I think it is.
Is it really amazing? Because the thing is, this is where me and him have a massive disagreement. Because personally, this score felt very jarring. It works very well in Digimon Adventure Try Lost. You know, when we were initially introduced to this disgusting looking
Satanic witch.
Davy Jones-esque from the Pirates of the Caribbean looking creature.
Yeah.
It was good, but then as time went on, as the seconds rolled by, I was like, you know what? This score isn't the best. You need an orchestra. You need something a bit more grandiose. So you could have used an organ. You could have used something else. It just feels like string like ding, ding, and it felt a bit jarring. Stop and start. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the score.
Do you know what it is? It's an ugly score. I will admit it is an ugly score, but this Ordinamon, we were watching it with our friends. Ordinamon is ugly. It just matches. It just matches.
Disgusting. There was a couple of us watching it on a big screen, and we were like, "What on earth is that?"
Like she's bare naked.
Yeah,
Straight up, she's bare naked.
she's bare naked, and at the same time, it looks a bit wiggly. It just, the aesthetic of it makes you uncomfortable. The look makes you uncomfortable, and
That's
you know
why
what?
the score works well, because it makes you uncomfortable.
But I think it should have gone to more it should transition from a very uncomfortable score to a very, oh crap, shit's gonna go down, my friend. So they could have done that. And one of the things that we saw is that the military, the people, the adults, they know about the digital world. And one of my mates said, hey, how come they know? And it made me wonder, the whole divide of the adults and children is still there. The adults still regard them as the children.
Yeah, they're just little kids. They're really not gonna make much difference. That's what they view them.
But they're
as.
not kids anymore. They how old?
exactly.
They're a tad older.
They're
aren't they?
17.
They're
They're all
17. So they're essentially almost adults. So they should be treated with a little bit more respect. And the problem
And
is,
they know they've been to the digital world. They know they got Digimon. They know they can help out. So why they treat them like kids, like babies?
and it's also, it feels like, okay, we're the adults, you're the kids. We're gonna tell you what to do. You guys are gonna do it. It's just, it feels wrong. The divide is too clear between the humans of the adults and the children. But I guess that's an advantage because it makes the children feel even more special.
It makes them more underdogs.
Yeah,
It gets that underdog feel more.
Underdog, yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it better. But one of the things that we saw is that this episode, I personally felt it kind of dragged, and we saw a lot of comedy, a lot of humor. Remember, these Digimon have no memory. They have no memory of the past.
previous
I'm
life,
gonna
like, sort of,
burp.
yeah.
It's all right. I did burp. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'm not gonna lie. That's just disgusting. I'm a
That is
disgusting
disgusting.
human.
You look like it's like Ordinamon, man.
But look, the point is that these Digimon have just only recently formed new bonds from the last movie, so they don't know. But we saw the Digidestin, the kids, really struggling with what they believe to be Tai's demise, as well as Nishijima. So they think that both of them are dead or they're trapped, and they had the decision of, should we go back? What should we do? There's a opening, there's a space to go back to the real world. Should we go back? What do we do? And it was all on Matt.
And Sora.
Yeah, and the thing is, Matt and Sora always feel like the most mature of the few.
Yeah, they're like the parents of the they're the father and mother figure of the Digidestin crew.
Sora has always been touted as the mother.
Yeah.
But Matt being second in command, and now that Tai being out the picture, as well as Matt holding the goggles, it's just that he took the leadership. It was very symbolic. It was very effective in the way that they utilized Matt making the decisions. And that's one thing. It looks like, and it was also highlighted by the Digimon that Matt's thinking. Oh, they were all looking at Matt. And I have to ask you, mate, what did you think about Gabumon and Matt? What Gabumon said was very cheesy, but it just felt so innocent and so...
Do you know what? It was so right, because I don't know if you remember in season 1, they had that scene in the cave where they were hugging each other, saying, you know, Gabumon was saying to Matt, if you want me to fight Tai, I will fight Tai with you. And it was very reminiscent of that scene when Gabumon was hugging Matt. But obviously this one was more comedic relief.
He said, if you need a hug, I will hug you.
I will hug you.
Yeah. If you need...
If you need to do a bath, I will bath you.
No, he said that, if you have children, I will look after your kids. If you become old, I will look after you.
Yeah.
I will go on a walk with you.
Yeah.
It was comedy, but it was very sweet. It was literally, if I were to tell you guys, like, many of you guys might be parents. Many of you guys might have
younger siblings.
You might have an older sibling
niece.
with a kid or so, nephew, nieces. It's just the fact that it's like a child.
Yeah.
A child telling the parent, the older brother, older sister, the auntie, the uncle, very innocently, I love you. I'm always going to be there for you. You know what? People might not like you, but I like you. It's like that cheeky double-handed compliment.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliment, essentially. And I think that
it was so sincere.
It was so sincere, and just the way it ended. The way it ended was just excellent. With the other the Digimon
just staring like, oh, what's going on here?
And they established, they're cementing the fact that Agumon is the comedic relief, the oblivious fact. But is that because Tai's not there?
The thing is, do you know what adds to that as well? They have no memories as well. So when they see Gabumon and Matt hugging each other, it was like, oh my gosh, like this is so surreal. We never know that we can feel.
But we had that scene in the last movie with Sora, as well as, you know, Virgil. So there is that. I think that one thing that this episode was showing us is that you have that innate bond that can never be destroyed. Even if the memories and the history of the bond is erased, the bond is still there. It's like this invisible bridge that will always connect you to your Digimon, no matter what.
Yeah.
And,
couldn't have said
and I'll say that was really good. However, could it have been cut down? I think so.
Yeah,
I think it really did drag, but it did really pay off when we saw the introduction of Ordinamon, the Ugly Man, the Danger Man. I think that was one of the highlights. But was that good enough to really make up for what I believe was a weak episode? No.
Yeah. It really is the final movie. We should go all gung-ho from the start. We should have seen... I was disappointed not to see Nishijima.
Mate, remember this year, we got so much to cover. There are so many plot points and loose ends, story threads that Maki, you know, the bloody Dark Ocean, man.
The Dark Ocean.
And all of these other story threads which they need to weave together.
Yeah.
So how on earth are you lot wasting your time
in character moments when we've seen enough character moments throughout this entire series?
There's one character you really don't like, and I think that she's quite okay, to be honest. But what do you think of Meiko?
She wasn't that bad in this episode, but her Digimon is the one causing all this havoc. So I get it why she's getting all the screen time. I want to see where's the two kids.
But it was also nice to see Meiko's dad saying, "Oh, please, Meiko, answer us." Because remember, they were in the digital world for the first portion, and they made the decision, which they eventually did, to go back to the real world and leave Tai and Nishijima for wherever. Of course, they're not dead. I'm sure they're not dead, but let's see what happens. Another thing I want to focus and stress is the fact that the way Ordinamon appeared as well, she came in this cocooned within her wings, and then she just splayed out her wings, and it was damn good. It was damn good. So if there were to be any final thoughts regarding this episode, what would you say?
Very, very slow start. I wish we've seen a few other things, but hey, there's still 4 more episodes left, so hopefully the plot points do get resolved in the next few episodes. But overall, the character moments with Matt, I liked it.
I would say that if I were to give an analogy, it's like having a dynamite stick, and then when you light up the little string and you see the flame go slowly towards the dynamite. I'm waiting for that.
You're just waiting for that explosion, that bang.
I'm waiting for that, for things to just go crazy, and it kind of did with the whole deletion, and it was a very nice touch when we saw everything slowly getting deleted.
Yeah, but it wasn't like in a global scale, was it? It was just like those little buildings, like the building that they're in. Why isn't that getting dissolved? Why aren't they jumping off that building?
Yeah, it's localized to Tokyo, but also they did show the Earth, it seems, slowly being engulfed in darkness. So there is that. And they are saying how Digimon are attacking everywhere, and I'm sure that's their attempt to make it in a more global scale.
Yeah, more
epic.
Epic.
So I do think that is something to commend them on their part. But with that being said, I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. Please comment down below your thoughts, your feelings, and your ideas of what should happen or how it should have happened in this episode and what they should do on the next. With that being said, please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with your Digivices. You may now exit Dimsy's domain. Thank you, goodbye, take care, don't get deleted.
Okay for nothing.